Hello, my name is Noora Jassim, a student at the Department of English Language and Literature at the University of Bahrain, and I will be explaining the substitution so and do so. Rule number 1. We use so instead of repeating a clause after some verbs expressing opinion or expectations. As example, it will start snowing in December. I hope so, instead of I hope it will start snowing in December. Second example, our salary will increase next year. I hope so, instead of I hope our salary will increase next year. So basically we replace I hope so instead of repeating the whole sentence again. Other verbs can be used in the same way, such as believe, be afraid, expect, guess, and think. We have to be careful that we don't use so after be sure and know. As example, it's getting dark. I know, not I know so. Rule number 2. To express the negative, we use so after the negative forms of believe, expect, and think. As example, I guess it will be a snowy day. I don't think so. We don't say I don't or I don't think it. Second example, Aisha's coming to the party tonight. I didn't expect so. We don't say I didn't expect or I didn't expect it. Rule number 3. We use not after the positive forms of be afraid, guess, and hope. First example, my ring might be stolen. I hope not. We don't say I don't hope it. Second example, are you coming to the reunion? I'm afraid not. We don't say I'm afraid it's not. Rule number 4. We use so after say and tell to somebody instead of repeating whatever was said. First example, Mark's father has died. They said so on the news. Instead of, they say that Mark's father has died on the news. Second example, I guess she was sick. Yeah, I told them so. Instead, we don't say I told them it. Rule number 5. We use if so instead of repeating a clause in a conditional sentence. As example, Fatma said that you bought a new bag. If so, can you show it to me? Instead of if you bought a bag, can you show it to me? So we said if so instead of if you bought a bag. Rule number 6. We use so after less and more instead of repeating an adjective in example number 1 or an adverb in example number 2. First example, Mark used to be a heavy smoker. He is less so now. Not, he smokes less now. Example number 2, Munira is studying hard, even more so than usual. Not, even harder than usual. Rule number 7. We use different forms of do and so instead of repeating the same verbs and objects. First example, my mom told me to clean up my room and I did so. Not, and I cleaned the room. Second example, Anna didn't study well for the test and she regretted so. Not, Anna regretted studying for the test. Rule number 8. Usually we use do so in formal situation. And in the informal situation, we use do it or do that. As example, eat the raw salmon. Just do it. No, it's too chewy. I can't do that. So we don't say I can't do so. Rule number 9. When we repeat the verb with a different subject, we use do it, not do so. As example, Maria couldn't sign the paper and I can't do it. Can you do it? We don't say, can you do so? And thank you so much for listening.